This is the Just West Show. I'm saying things and you listen. I know these lyrics suck. If they were good, I wouldn't be doing vlogs.
Happy freaking Friday, awesomes. And it is a happy Friday because, you know why? Because it's a Just West Show. And when there's a Just West Show, it's just you, and it's just Wes, and it's just all the crazy shit that goes on this channel. And yes, when I say crazy shit, apparently I'm talking about me sitting here in the room by myself talking to a camera. That is pretty much what my life has come to. Anyway, so now that I have your attention, just one quick announcement before we begin. 2 weeks from today is Black Friday, which for some of us is good, some of us is bad. It's good for those of us who are shopaholics and are willing to kill 20 people in order to get to a DVD player that's 90 to 95% off. It's bad for all the old ladies that just want to go pick up their groceries and end up getting bombarded by all these mobs of people. And it's also pretty horrifying for those of us who have to work at restaurants on the day of Black Friday. And I happen to work at Denny's, which does happen to be a restaurant. I actually don't know yet if I am working on Black Friday. I pray that I'm not. We're just going to play it by ear. If I do work on Black Friday, I'll probably find out earlier in the week. So I'm going to end up probably making a show as soon as possible so that I know that I can get it out on Friday. I mean, if you think about it, Black Friday is a crazy fucking thing. I mean, the day before, the day right before Black Friday is this great day. It's a holiday, you know, you get to spend with your family, hopefully. You get to eat all this great food, hopefully. And, you know, you just get to sit back and watch a football game, loosen your belt a little bit. And on Black Friday, you know when you're watching the evening news that day, you're just watching, waiting to see how many people died at Kmart or Walmart or whatever from these mobs of people. And there's that small percentage of you that wonders if grandma's gonna be coming back. What we do for cheap shit sometimes is really embarrassing. You know, you wonder why the other countries hate us. This is one of them. I'm pretty sure Black Friday is on the top 5 list of the reasons that terrorists hate us. Actually, that's not true at all, but I'm just gonna go with that because it adds some hype to the story. Now, actually, the funny thing is, that's not even one of my stories today. That was just like my opening little segment to get. Our first story, which I can actually segue into from Thanksgiving, is about dieting. I found a really interesting, really weird, there's a bug on my webcam, set of stories about different diets that people have gone on. Now, the first guy on this diet list, his name is Mark Hobb. He's a Kansas State professor, and he went on what he calls the convenience store diet, which, no joke, is actually exactly what it sounds like. It's just, you know, Twinkies and all that other random shit from convenience stores, everything that you would ever find in a convenience store. Now, of course, he took some vitamins and, you know, multivitamins and all that blah 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 stuff too, but most of his main diet was this convenience store stuff, and he actually lost 23 pounds. This story got so much attention that Rush Limbaugh said that junk food was the way to go. Just based on this story, he said that junk food is the way to go. The story just kind of makes us sound like a bunch of dumbasses, doesn't it? I mean, from one second we go from vegetables and garden stuff and everything is the way to go because it's healthy for you. We've proven over thousands of years that this stuff is healthy for you, and then all of a sudden he's gonna say, oh, we're gonna change all that, and all of a sudden the horrible stuff is the great stuff for you. Now, I don't really like to lean on science, you know, depend on it, but studies would really help with this. I mean, one guy could live a healthy lifestyle from this, but that doesn't mean anybody else could. Now, if any of you have ever seen Super Size Me, there's a guy that goes to McDonald's every day. He still does it, years and years. He goes there and orders Big Macs every single day, and he's not really a fat guy. I mean, he's kind of an average guy. That doesn't mean anybody could do it. I mean, a lot of people try to do it. A lot of people do it for the most part, and they gain a little bit on their waistline, right? You know exactly where they're headed when you see them in the car next to you. They're headed over to that McDonald's on the corner, and then they're headed right back home. Now, it's really interesting because Morgan Spurlock is also counted as having one of the weirdest diets. He's the guy that did Super Size Me. And then after he did that, a number of people set out to prove him wrong. And there was a guy from England, there were a few other people who ate nothing but McDonald's for a month, and apparently they lost up to 10, 15, 20 pounds on this diet. Of course, they cut out everything with the higher starches and everything that was really, really unhealthy for you and stuck to the less unhealthy things on the menu. But then there's just one more diet I want to talk to you guys about. It's really interesting. I've always kind of wondered about it. Alright, so Chris Voigt, the executive director of the Washington State Potato Company, went on a diet with just potatoes, only potatoes, to prove that they were the perfect food. You notice how I'm doing a lot of quotations today? That's probably because a lot of the stuff that people say is kind of speculative and bullshitty. And actually, I believe he's doing this until November 29th. He's still going. He went through 4 weeks of only potatoes, no chives, no whatever, you know, additive things except for hot sauce and a little bit of pickle juice for flavor, I guess. But he decided that 2 months, which was his original goal, was a little long, so he's going to cut it short. But that wraps up on November 29th. You can go to this website right here, 20potatoesaday.com. And no, I'm not being sponsored by these people or anything. I just thought it was interesting, and if you catch this video before that ends, or even afterwards, the site will probably still be up. If you want to follow it, you know, go ahead. That's what I'm here for, is to help people find these interesting stories and, you know, make your own leads on it and make your own decisions, right? I am just but a humble messenger, bringing you the message of weirdness from around the world. So yeah, this is going to wrap things up for this week. I'll see you guys next Friday. If you want to, check out this trailer right here. It's the teaser for the Season 3 of Wes and Andy. I'm Just Wes. This is the Just Wes Show, and I'll see you guys next week.